Right, back in the right overlay. First blood going over to Periloot right away here. So we're going to see up in the top lane, we are going to have Sonya versus the Leo. Thanks for letting me know, 7th. Let me know if it has resynced itself. I went ahead and restarted OBS, so hopefully that fixes it. If not, I've got a recurring issue that's not coming up on record, but only on stream, so I'll have to do some stream testing later in the week to get that fixed. But either way, I'll give you guys a pick in. Early first blood going over to Periloot from that rumble in the mid lane. But rotational advantage gained for Periloot, not much else. Not going to make a big difference in the actual experience itself. Meanwhile, early camp attempt here for Icup. Very quick rotations to these camps, kind of been a hallmark of their macro strategies so far. Meanwhile, we're going to see camp taken in response here for Periloot, as they'll look to try and push this back out in the mid lane. About a half-level lead right now for Icup, actually, though they do have a massive wave here in mid that'll help them catch up just a little bit. Awesome. Thank you very much, 7th. I appreciate the help out, brother. Alright. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Magnite. 1v1ing here against Leo. Doing a surprisingly nice job. I thought this would be a little bit more lopsided, but it does have a lot of self-heal with the whirlwind in the lane against the minions, so not too surprising. Also, the mana problem coming in as well for Leo. Wafflecopter trying to get in on Toasty there, but now is also out of mana as we start to head in towards the Shrine phase. This is kind of a Sonya-specific map pick here. I've been seeing her resurface a little bit, but pretty much only on this one map. Her Shrine clear is second only to Kerrigan. A lot of heroes do it well, but Sonya does it amazing. And we see the members of Icup just kind of focusing on trying to get an advantage from that strategy, trying to just zone out the other members of Periloot. But Delta actually in a little bit too far here, as we do see the Dragon Queen being popped, and that's going to allow a lot of those to get stolen there. And just like that, Periloot taking the nice catch-up and now lead on to the Skeletal Defenders here. And they're going to be able to win this one pretty quickly. They're definitely no slouches in the wave clear department either. They got a lot of poke, and again, it's that Dragon Queen that's just so powerful on this map. And just like that, it's going to be first Punisher going over to the side of Periloot. It's going to be Archaean Punisher, so Wafflecopter going to look to maybe try and bait this over the wall. Is able to successfully do so. But all 5 members of Icup going to rotate in, and a big grenade going to at least split up the members and make it a little harder for them to clean this up. Wafflecopter being just out of range of that Archaean rotating beam. Meanwhile, Camp picked up in the top lane, going to be forcing Leo to have something to do here. Magnite going to come up, try and make this difficult to clear. Meanwhile, Toasty getting engaged on here in the mid, but going to go ahead and grenade his way on out. Oh, and Swill taking a ton of damage. Hello does come in with the clutch heal there. And a nice angle there from Argo Booster, but wait a minute, Wafflecopter is in on him here. And again, the clutch heals. Like, clutch heals aren't a stat that we're going to see here in NGS, but Hello coming out with them here. And for right now, it looks like both teams are going to walk away from this 4v4 exchange here without any kills. Now up in the top lane, the battle rages on in the solo. Camp going to be started and grabbed here from Periloot. Looks like they're not going to be contested in time. Delta does rotate in, but eats the root and the stun. They're actually taking a lot of damage here. Root goes out onto Argo, but just a huge scatter arrow. Actually going to finish his level 1 quest off of that scatter arrow as well. No mana problems if he went fealty. Okay, that's fair. I appreciate it, Ziltoid. I am far from a Leo main. About as far from a Leo main as one can get. But, they seem to be doing pretty well in the solo against each other. Just kind of, you know, poking back and forth. Nothing too big. Arc Valley getting caught out a little bit here in rotation, but Wafflecopter coming in to help his buddy. And now Toasty actually maybe in a little bit of danger there, but Swill, nice zoning, and Argo Booster trying to peel with the damage, but actually just getting slapped around by Arc Valley. Level 10s are actually coming in now for Periloot, so these members of Icup got to be a little bit careful. It's going to be the Dragon Arrow, Mosh Pit, along with the Riptire, Cleansing Flame coming out, and March of the Black King. One-man Mosh Pit going to be pretty much instantly interrupted there from Logic. And that's why I think the Sukhov was the last pick there. Let's see, Riptire not quite finding its mark. Deal minimal damage, but oh, in the backside, Wafflecopter needs some help. And the arrow actually soaked there by Delta, but the Cleansing Flame comes out, and plays being made all over the place by Hello. Clutch heals early, and now becomes right up there with the top assassins for Periloot this game. That Cleansing Flame was no joke on the backside. Genji not having a good day, and there's Dragon Queen as well. And so that's going to be pretty much free shrine going over again now to Periloot. Though I suppose it's not necessarily free, they did earn it. But let's leap onto the backside. Magnite's not messing around. Done playing here. Swill getting low, Toasty getting low as well. They're going to back out. X-Strike almost finding it, sub 100 damage onto Swill. The heal from Hello, even going on to Junkrat instead. And just like that, they zone him out, but they only need 2 more. Between Hanzo Arrow and Junkrat Poke, I think they're going to be able to find those 2 before 14 come in. There's 1 off of that scatter arrow. Hanzo actually ends up paying with his life. Wafflecopter trying to force him back, but that is it. Frozen Punisher is coming out. I actually didn't see what got it, but either way, they are able to cap it despite Magnite's attempts to spin and win their way to a Punisher. Frozen Punisher, definitely one of my favorite Punishers to watch. The stun comes in, Root almost there to follow up. Wafflecopter's got to be careful. And now in come the members of Periloot. The extra potential CC that it provides really allows you to follow up on its jumps, but when the wall's up like that, that's probably when it's weakest. Periloot not able to get in to follow up any of those stuns and then potential follow-up roots. And it's actually a very good defense from Icup. They are able to clean it out without even the 1 fort going down. And as back and forth as this series has been, here we are in game number 3, 3-1 on the kill counter, and no forts down on either side. Periloot does have almost a level lead at this point, so got a little bit of an advantage, but Ziltoid's sad they went March. Well, you know, people do their thing, man. It is what it is. It's going to give them a little bit more of an advantage on the point, as if they needed one with all the poke they have. Meanwhile, Mosh Pit, again, instantly interrupted from Logic. He's not having any of those Mosh Pits. No thank you, sir. Delta getting very low, and the arrow almost comes in, but the Cleansing Flame is going to be enough. Again. Hello, making the plays. Oh man, you know, as a former support main, I appreciate just the massive plays coming out from Hello right now. Especially, you know, post support apocalypse when they're trying to make them less impactful, so they kill the double support meta. But Hello is not hearing any of that noise. It's going to be 4-1 now on the kill counter. Level 14 for Periloot, as the 13 talents are now here for Icup. So they can look to try and force something here in this next minute or two before 16s come in. But eventually 16s are going to come in, and the objective is going to come probably around the same time. So Swill actually getting kind of low. The Riptire is coming in from the backside. Arrow not finding its mark. So that is ETC down, and 2 massive heroics from Periloot as well. Traded for what looked like Leap over on the side of Icup. That's definitely value. As my buddy 7th Ace would say, I'll take that trade any day of the week. Okay, yes, it's not just Ace that says that, but I may or may not have watched his first cast from, I think, Monday night? He definitely said it. Meanwhile, Wraithwalk will try and slow down. Look at Delta coming in here. But actually doesn't get the wall, so it's just the fort that's going to be shut down. Oh, man. The Cindergosa, maybe not having the desired value, but nice sidestep there. Gonna dodge the grenade there from Toasty. And now it's a question of whether or not Periloot really wants this. They've got Hanzo split pushing in the bot lane, just kind of putting pressure down here. While the members of Periloot are starting to try and poke into this. They should have Dragon Queen available should they want this, but instead they're just kind of leaving the Hanzo down there. Delta getting low, but actually the concussion mine going to help him get out. In comes the Riptire, but X-Strike on the backside. Dragon Queen also popped, but I think it's going to be too little too late for this objective. Mad Knight still spinning, now only 7 away. Oh, but a kill coming in on Arthas would be massive here. Swill can't quite find it. The mosh pit's not really going to help him find it. Logic just kind of sitting there throwing out the autos because he's got no mana to interrupt that mosh pit, but there's no follow-up. Oh, man. This match is so much fun to watch. These guys just going back and forth. Wafflecopter trying to get something done, but too low of health. They just need one more and they will finally score themselves a Punisher here in game number 3. Icup in desperation mode there. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, cheeky Argyle just didn't even bother to try and show up to this objective. Just said, you know what? I can get this keep if you guys just keep them busy. And they did. They kept them busy. Meanwhile, here comes the CC follow-up there. Looks like both members will make it away safely, however. And Cindergosa just now coming up and going to shut down that mid fort. But it looks like that's all that Icup, maybe all that they wanted to get. But the heals come in from Logic. That is bio kill switch down. But it's going to enable them to put a little bit of damage on this fort. But they got to be careful. They don't want to be counter-engaged here. They don't have 16. Arc Valley is going to try and roll away. But now the question is, can they catch up? To your point, though, from earlier, Ziltoid, this is where they'd love to have that Entomb to try and capture somebody. But for right now, they will make it safely out. Genji up in the top lane. Wafflecopter trying to get 16 here for the members of Icup. And this one's coming down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. First fort goes down over on the side of Periloot, while the keep going down on the other side for Icup. Still about that level and a half lead for Periloot, but Icup still totally in there as far as this match goes. Yeah, Waffle inting for objective. Yeah, that's kind of my take on it too. Yeah, he wanted it. He wanted it real bad, and he was willing to give his life for it. Meanwhile, Wafflecopter has tracked down Toasty. But concussion mine that Ripper air just saying goodbye. Meanwhile, looks like we're going to get a good old-fashioned 5v5 here in the mid. Swill looking for that mosh pit. Does have it available. Look to see if he can get a good one, particularly if he can catch Logic in it. Oh, no. They were expecting him to walk into that bush. And still just silence for good measure there from Logic. I like the idea overall. Just they didn't move the way that Swill expected them to move. But hey, it's only 100 seconds until the next one. Meanwhile, build up here in the bot lane. Magnite gonna have to go pick that up. And look out, 4-man rotation to the top, and the 5-man rotation in response. They're gonna find them deep in here. Riptire gonna come out. Delta getting very low. Hello, able to pop the Dragon Queen as well. So now Periloot just in disarray. They are all over the place here. Logic is gonna end up falling. Wafflecopter is gonna make it out. But huge rotation there. And a big 2 picks coming in now for Periloot, as they're starting to put their foot on the gas a little bit here, heading into the back end of the game. So we'll see Shrine activating here. Periloot gonna look to try and get the early advantage on the objective. They did pick up their camp in the top, so Delta gonna go ahead and respond to that. A very unfortunate pick timing there for Icup. They're not going to be able to contest this Shrine. They're not going to be able to contest before level 20. And now we've got Arcane Punisher in, of all lanes, the bot lane. Periloot with a very lucky spawn there. And now here comes the march into the mid. Really, I think the only hope for Icup is if they're able to group up and bait the Punisher to the mid to try and clear it. But if they lose more than 1 or 2 members here, it's gonna be the end of this matchup. There's a lot of kill potential here, as Wafflecopter does manage to bait it to the mid, but it looks like the Punisher not really in the mood to take out that mid keep, and instead is going to go ahead and go on core. Leap onto the backside here as they're trying to engage, but meanwhile, again, instant interrupt there from Logic onto the Mosh, but Sonya going to end up going down from that Dragon Arrow, and they're trying to force them back here with Syndragosa. They are actually going to get the Arcane Punisher out here, but Arc Valley in all kinds of trouble, trying to dance around, but not able to dodge that Cleansing Flame coming in. And Hello actually not getting enough procs there to proc the Auto Dragon from Cleansing Flames 20, but is going to pop it anyway, the old-fashioned way. And just like that, that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. They've got the picks, they've got the damage on core, the GGs are coming out, and Periloot is going to end up winning here in game number 3 and taking the series on Infernal Shrines. What a matchup here out of C West. These teams came out to play tonight. And I apologize for all the technical difficulties. And of course, this would be the one game where it would actually give me stats at the end. So that's a nice change. But we are going to see just a massive amount of damage coming out from Toasty once again in this matchup. Junkrat, of course, very good on the AoE damage. But I think really the big story here is Hello, just utilizing that Alex Straza so well throughout the match. Big clutch heals, very well-timed Dragon Queen pops, and the Cleansing Flames were brilliant. Just overall, carrying the team to victory. Meanwhile, the Sonya pick, very interesting. You know, Magnite's doing a great job with the Shrine clear, doing a good job in the solo. But I do still question like where Sonya's actual place in the meta is, in terms of like team fighting and what she actually brings to the table, especially in like late game team fighting. But be interested to see where that goes moving forward, or we see more of it. A lot of damage and a surprisingly high amount of siege coming in from Waffle Copter as well. So quite a lot of big numbers coming out from both squads here. We'll give you guys one final look at these talents here before we sign off for the night. But I do want to thank everybody for coming out and watching, despite all of the technical issues. I'll see what I can do in terms of getting this poured on out into a VOD for you guys. But mostly I just want to thank both teams for coming out and playing tonight and putting on a good show for us. And until next time, for the Nexus Gaming Series, I am Jayzon, and we will see you guys next time. Have a good night, everybody.